Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's recap of So You Think You Can Dance.
Alright, so it was the top 6. And
Yes.
the judges were Nigel, Mary, Lil C, and Christina Applegate.
AKA Veronica Corningstone.
Love her.
Alright, so first up, Melanie with All Star Twitch. They did a Nap Tabs hip hop.
Alright, it was like Little Red Swagger Hood.
I thought the tricks in this dance were amazing.
She had to endure sticking her crotch in his face for like a long time. And like...
What about him?
Well, I'm sure he enjoyed it. Just kidding. Ha ha. Alright.
Okay, so anyway.
I don't think they hit it hard enough, really. Not in the beginning, anyway. It was kind of like lukewarm in the beginning, and then it kind of got...
I don't know. I didn't think it was that strong.
It wasn't bad, but
it wasn't great.
This
and
is
this
the semifinals. Yeah. Sasha and Kent were up next with a contemporary by Tice Diorio.
Yes.
Life is a struggle.
So
Tell me about it.
I
love the
dance,
wall.
They were supposed to have hit a wall.
Right.
So that's why there was a wall there.
I loved the way they used the wall, though. I thought that was really great. And everyone loves the sad contemporary dance. What else can we say?
I don't know.
All right, Marco and Jeanette were up next with a Paso Doble, choreographed by Dimitri Chaplin.
Dimitri, I love you.
He said power comes from the crotch, but
Paso Doble, that's true.
I've always heard power comes from the vein. You figure it out.
So, highly inappropriate tonight.
He's got massive skills, Marco does.
The leads were... Are you Yoda? The leads were weak.
What are you, Glengarry Glen Ross?
I am, actually.
He was a little stumbly,
Always be
too, in
closing.
parts. Yeah. Always be dancing. It was a great lift, though.
Yes.
It really
the
was.
one where she was like the cape.
That was
awesome.
amazing.
It
That was
awesome.
amazing. I'm sure that that's going to be duplicated over and over and over from now on.
Very cool.
All right, Tad and Eleanor were up next with a contemporary by Sonia.
Mm-hmm.
They had a chandelier in this number, and I thought, wow,
There were a lot of props tonight.
that is like trying way too hard, because didn't they have like the ropes last week on the group dance? And now like they thought, well, that worked. Let me throw it into like a partner
Maybe
dance.
they got a new ceiling or whatever. I don't know.
A new block and tackle up there or something.
Yeah.
It did add some coolness.
They had a lot of cool tricks in there because of that chandelier.
But it overall took away from the flow, because there was a lot of start and stop in there waiting for that chandelier to come around.
So I don't know, was it really worth it?
I wasn't a fan of the choreography. I thought they were really good. I just didn't agree with some of the things that Sonia put in there.
All right.
Ricky and Jamie, just kidding, Jamie, up next with a D. Caspary. I guess it was contemporary. It was a stick dance.
Yes.
I'll have the stick dance without the sticks, please.
He's supposed to be controlling her in between the sticks. I really thought that the dance could have done without the sticks, and that would have made a lot of the lifts easier and
They
more
should have
fluid.
threw those sticks away in the first 8 count.
Yeah, I
Who
mean,
needs this crap?
they're just an extension of his arms, so...
Yeah, I mean, he could have made it
I think
seem
we would have
like
gotten the idea.
he was the puppet master.
Yeah.
All right, but a beautiful dance, and beautifully danced. Very beautifully danced.
Nice wordplay there.
I know.
All right, next up.
Caitlin and Pasha
They
doing
did
a samba.
This was Caitlin's second chance at the samba.
And Much Better by Dimitri Chaplin. It was amazingly hot. This was her
great.
night. This was her night. It was not PG-13. It was probably more like PG-18. And she tried a little too hard with the sexy face, though.
You know, they said that, but I didn't think so.
I wasn't exactly looking at her face. I was more looking at the dance moves, but this was her night.
Part of the whole package.
This was her night.
Next up, Sasha and Ricky. They did a whacking routine.
Kumari Suraj was the choreographer. I don't really know her because I don't know too much about whacking.
I didn't realize
know anything
whacking was
about
a real
whacking.
style. I thought it was just something that someone did
I thought
in their
Princess
audition.
Lockaroo made it up.
Yeah, apparently it's a real genre out
Who would
there.
have known? All right, well, I thought they danced it really well, but
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I liked it.
it was high energy, but how much actual whacking was in it? When I think back to Princess Lockaroo's audition, I thought it was better. I remembered it better than they did it. But I guess she's like a master whacker.
I don't know.
So, whatever. Melanie and Tad were up next with a Broadway by Spencer Liff.
This was one of my faves.
This whole premise was dance rehearsal, and it was fantastic.
This plays out so much in the dance world.
Yes.
So I thought it was relevant.
I loved it. What more can you say? It was just freaking fantastic.
It's great.
And then closing the dance routines was Caitlin and Marco. A jazz routine by Sonia. Another abusive relationship.
They do that a lot on this show.
They really do. It was another heavy hitter. I thought it was fantastic. Marco was genius in this. And again, it was Caitlin's night, which is kind of a shame. We'll get to that, though. All right, so let's talk about the solos for a minute before we say who's in danger.
Yeah, so this week, they took the time to talk to each dancer's family and let them send a message to the dancer.
Yeah, all right, so Ricky was
Tiny
first.
dancer.
Mom is pretty young. I was kind of surprised.
She's good.
His solo was okay. Caitlin, her dad's on an oil rig.
He had to Skype in.
I love Skype. And her solo was pretty lovely. Tad, all of the Philippines is watching him basically. They really get behind their citizens, whatever, you know, when somebody is on a show, they freaking get behind them, and I love that. I usually love his solos the best out of all the solos on the show.
I thought he spent too much time on that handstand, though.
Yeah, it fell a little flat for me this week. Sasha was up next. Her dad reminded me of CeeLo. Probably just because he was bald. She totally rocked it, though. She had a really good solo. Marco, his mom in Guam. I freaking love Marco's mom.
Yes.
She is just so cool, and she doesn't even freaking know it. She's money. His solo was great, as usual.
But the best solo of the night was Melanie's.
And Melanie, I'm not going to say anything about her mom, because I love her mom. But as a baby, Melanie looks just like her sister, my daughter, Kristen.
It's weird.
And yeah, like you said, it was the best of the night. I don't think she's got anything to worry about. So who's in danger then, Maddie?
Unfortunately for Caitlin, I think it's going to be her, but she did so well tonight.
It really sucks that it was like her best night to date, and she's probably going to be the one that's going home, because it's probably going to come down to Sasha versus Melanie. And for the guys, I could go in either way. Tad should probably go home.
I don't know, though.
But I don't know. Right now, it's a popularity contest, I think, between Tad and Ricky.
But, I mean, Tad is so versatile.
Yeah.
And I always forget that he's a b-boy.
Yeah, me too.
He's just so great at every single dance.
He is.
So I kind of want to see Tad
I would like to see Tad continue on, but I think Ricky is pretty overlooked, and I think he's really talented as well, so I'd hate to see him go home, too.
Somebody's gotta go.
Two gotta go. So I guess we'll find out who is that going to be tomorrow, Yoda?
Who's that gonna be?
All right, kids, till tomorrow. Much love.